Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got our D-Reaper playmat along with a bunch of old boxes and stuff that I've opened on this channel prior. And the reason for this is because this video is going to be a little different. On a previous video, I got a viewer ask me like, hey, where should I buy cards? And that's something I've never really gone into, I suppose, like in depth. And they said they were going to buy from this place, and was the price good? And I was like, not really. And I thought about it, I'm like, this could be a video. So I'm going to do a video about where should you buy the cards? And it can go for any card games you want to buy. This is just kind of an overview of where should you buy stuff? How would you find a store, etc., etc. So the main thing is, if you can buy from a physical store, do that. Because without those, you are kind of... It hurts the game to buy it online. If you can't buy it in physical stores, sure, buy it online, but buy in physical stores first. Reason being is that physical stores are getting this product in, but they're also going to be the venues that they are going to have tournaments or trading places or anything else. Anything that the physical card game needs, that physical store is going to help that. Because I can't think of a scenario where a place like private property would allow people to come in and play a tournament or something like that, and not in some way be compensated. The physical stores for tournaments, normally there might be an entrance fee, but that entrance fee will get you some cards, so it's kind of that way, and the store can use that to sell older packs. Sometimes they'll host I guess kind of like pre-release events where you go in, they give you a couple packs, you build a deck out of those, and at the end you win some of the tournament support. And if you're not going to the physical stores, and you're buying just specifically online and that's it, then stores aren't going to purchase the cards. And if they don't purchase the cards, they're not going to get the tournament support. If they don't get the tournament support, there's nowhere for us to play. So first and foremost, I would say buy physically if you can. So now you want to buy physically from a physical store. How do you find a game store is the question. First and foremost, if you've got friends that are playing the game, which I would say more often than not you do. I'm a little bit of a unique case where I collect the cards. I don't have anyone around me that really collects it. I'm the few places that I have found, they've either closed or they're too far away, so it just doesn't work for me. But ask your friends if they're playing, where do they go to get their cards? Or if they're interested in a game and you want to check it out, ask them. They might even give you some commons or uncommons to kind of get you started. Maybe some rares just to get you on the way if you've bought a starter deck, something like that. But yeah, the way that I find stores, if that's not a case, is just do a search online for game stores near me on your phone, using the map function, and it'll pop up a bunch of different places. I do this all the time when I am traveling. Whenever I have to travel, to go see family, or if I'm doing a fun little trip, then yeah, I like to go and check out what game stores are nearby, because you never know what could be there. You could find some real good gems. I do like the Digimon card game. I also play board games and other card games, and it's we'll get into it, but there are some good stuff that you can find there. So yeah, I would definitely suggest checking that out. If the store that you find doesn't sell Digimon cards, through either friends, word of mouth, or through your online search, ask that store. There is nothing wrong with asking the store itself, hey, you don't sell Digimon. I'm looking to buy Digimon. Do you know a store that around that does sell Digimon? Like, they're not going to hate you for that. Like, you're not saying like, hey, I don't like your prices. Is there another store that maybe their prices are better? You're just asking. Also, maybe the store is kind of thinking about getting into Digimon, but they don't know that the audience is there yet. If you announce that out loud and several other people do as well, that store might start to carry it. So always ask if they know. Like, if they don't, no harm, no foul. You just keep searching. The last way that you could look is usually card games like Digimon, like Yu-Gi-Oh, like Magic the Gathering, like Pokemon. They've got a website, and sometimes on that website they will have like a tournament finder, an event finder, something like that. And those will show you stores that have events for this. And you can use that to try and find a store nearby that carries cards and that you could do. Like, even if you don't want to do the tournament yet, like, even if they're holding that tournament, again, they've got to have bought product to get the prizes for that in. So they're going to sell the product. So it's a good way of finding that store. The second thing to keep in mind is it a good store? Is it a bad store? Like, because you can find a store and you can find them selling Digimon cards, but it might be a bad store. There are some things to like look out for. Like, you got to check the product. Like, if you're going to a store and they're only selling like the classic collection or Great Legends, like some really old stuff, and they don't have any of the newer stuff, that means one of two things normally. The first one is that the locals are like buying out the stock that this store has, and the store can't keep up with the demand. And if that's the case, like, you're going to have to go there like day of when they get the stock in to get it. It could also mean that they don't have caps on how much a person can buy. If there's no caps, like, then someone can come in, buy all the boxes, open them up or resell them, whatever, and leave the store with nothing. Like, they don't care where they get the money from, they just care about the money. The other option is that they've stopped selling the cards. Like, if they only have the old product, like, then basically what's happened is the community that was there died off, or something else happened, and they've just stopped carrying new product. That would be some bad places to go. I have gone to a store, and like, great of them to do this. They will get they'll get the new sets in, and they will limit people to 2 boxes a week for the first like month or two that the new set's out. And that's beautiful. I love that. It's a great way to make sure that everyone gets enough of the cards. Another like kind of thing to watch out for is, and this is an easy one, is like the appearance of the store. Is it cluttered? Because like, you can have the walls stacked with product. That's totally fine. But after a while, like, it can get cluttered. It can get hard to walk. Like, I've seen some stores where they are like board game / card game stores, and they are just overflowing with product. And that's a pretty bad sign. You want something where it's nice, there's a good play area, you're not tripping over product. Because that means that they don't know how to price things properly. Because after a while, like, another point that you want is you want either an on sale or clearance section in that store that shows that they know, like, hey, these products have been on the walls for years. We need to get rid of them. Put them in a clearance section. It's a good sign because that means that they know how to like revolve product. Because if they've got old product gunking up the walls, and that leaves less room for new product. And if there's less room for new product, they're going to be a little wary about ordering more than they know that they can sell. And if that happens, we go back to the problem where all the regulars are buying up the product before anyone else can pick them up. So yeah, I would definitely suggest like checking out to see if they've got a clearance area, like, or if they do sales every once in a while. Like, if they don't have a clearance area, if they do sales, great. Love it. So yeah, that's another one to look for. Like one of the stores that I frequented back when I played HeroClix, what they would do, like to get rid of old stock, is like they would hold tournaments, and some of them you'd have to pay for, and you'd get the packs to open them. Other ones they were free, and they had the tournament support. But like there was a couple sets I remember where like after the tournament they're like, all right, here's some old product. It was like Lone Ranger or Iron Maiden, where it's like these sets are only like 10 pieces, and they'd get like a gravity feed, which is the lowest that you could get, which was 24 in that box. And you'd have to order like 2 or 3 of those to get them in. So they would just have this overstock. And they would just like, all right, tournament's over. No one's buying this old product. You guys each get this like $4 figure. Just open up this thing, get it out of the store, which that is a great way because like it builds a memory, it builds loyalty, and it builds respect for the players for the store because they like, it's a mutual thing going on there. I would say the most important thing to look for in a good store, however, is price. You want to make sure that the price is good. Again, going back to the store that I go to, that they have a 2 like box per person per set. They will hold to the MSRP for like a month or 2 during that time, so that everyone has a chance to pick up the set and pick it up at the proper cost. After that happens, they're free to price it however they want. Like if it's an older set and if it's in demand, sure, mark up that price. If it's an older set and there's not demand, like classic collections, it should go down in price. If you go to a store and they've just got prices on them that seem really odd, like if I saw classic collections for like $120 in a store, I would know something's up because they don't know what they're pricing there, and that's not a good sign. Normally when I'm looking at prices, like I'll look at TCG Player and see what it's going for there. Because you can get in the moment, you can look at something and you'd be like, oh man, I've been looking for Secret Crisis. They got it for $150 here. You look it up on TCG Player and you're like, oh, it's going for like $120 on there. Like, don't get caught up so much that you're just buying it because it's there. Check online, make sure the price is correct. A different store I go to, like, they've got singles, and something that like was a negative is now a positive. They don't have the prices on any of their singles, which that used to be a negative back in the day, but now they don't have any prices on there because they use TCG Players. Like, I think it's the median price of the single. So when I go in there, I can look at their case, look through the binders, and I can use my phone, look up TCG Player, and check how much each card should be. So I'm not surprised at the end, and I can kind of like figure out what I want to spend. Like, that is the way to do singles. It is like the best one to do, I think. Because in the current like situation, like it just makes sense for everyone to have this like unified price point to do. I've also seen it at like another store when I traveled like so many hours away. That's how they did there, which it works out perfectly. I would definitely suggest like looking at those types of things. Because like I'll overpay a bit for like a card or for a box if I'm getting it like right away. I'd probably say don't go over $5 on a box on what you can find it online for. If it's singles, I'd probably say $1 or $2. Because it doesn't make sense to pay more than that. Like, you're getting it right away. So, like, consider that a convenience fee, but no more than that, I would definitely say. As for if you absolutely cannot find a store, if, like, you are in the middle of Antarctic and you have to buy online, I would suggest, like, avoiding places which don't have like rigorous checks and balances for this. So like I would avoid Amazon, eBay, Mercari, or any other source that isn't like consistent, because in all those situations, like, they are secondary sellers like on Amazon, like you can buy from Amazon, but they have people that will supply them with these boxes. And I have had too many stories of fake or resealed products. So I would definitely suggest like avoiding those situations and going again with a place like TCG Player. I should mention I'm not being sponsored by them. I just really like that site, and I have never had a terrible experience that wasn't rectified like almost immediately. Because when I get stuff from TCG Players, every once in a while there's a card missing. Maybe it's like a 20-cent card that I put on there so that I could get the free shipping. And like I'll contact the seller and be like, hey, this card was missing. And they'll go, oh, I'm sorry, we're going to send it out. Or alternatively, like one of my favorite things that happens every once in a while is I will buy a single and they'll be like, you are $2 away from free shipping. And so I'll throw on another card on there that I'm like, well, I'd like to have this card, but I really want that one. And they'll contact me back being like, oh, we were out of that card, but we're still going to send it with free shipping. I'm like, great, love it. They refund that money. I have never had a bad experience with TCG Player. So that's kind of why I keep talking about it. And I definitely suggest using them. I hope that this helps any of you who are unsure of where to buy cards from. If you have any tips on how to find a place or how to tell if a store is good that I haven't said, leave it in the comments down below. Before we head out, we always need to do at least some card opening. So I have one of the packs from the Special Booster 2.5 that I picked up quite a while ago. Let's open it up. Let's see what we can get out of this pack. So let's get right into it. I was about to open it like we did the World of Warcraft cards, because that's where my brain's at. Alright, so starting us off, we got a Pulsemon, red card, Digimon to go with a Pulsemon, Cubimon, Logaramon, Night Device, Shoutmon X4, Verudumon, Shademon, Ulti. We got Genkuomon X Antibody, 13 play cost, 5 Digivolution cost, 13,000 DP. Digivolve from Genkuomon for a cost of 2. When Digivolving, de-Digivolve 2, one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, if Genkuomon or X Antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards until the end of your opponent's turn, none of your Digimon are affected by your opponent's Digimon effects. Opponent's turn. All of your Digimon with Sistermon or Huckmon in their names or the Royal Knight trait gain Reboot and Blocker. Inherited effect, opponent's turn. While this Digimon is Jesmon GX, all of your Digimon gain Reboot and Blocker. Again, it's going to be played in the Jesmon deck, not too much else. For that deck, I really like it. And we got Alphamon, or Yuken Ace. Nice, we got a super rare, love that. 9 play cost, 6 Digivolution cost, 16,000 DP. Can Digivolve from red, yellow, or black. Is tricolor black, yellow, red. DNA Digivolve from a black level 6 and 1 red or yellow level 6 for a cost of 0. Hand counter Blast DNA Digivolution with Alphamon and Orumon. On player, when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 15,000 DP until the end of their turn. Then, if DNA Digivolving, trash your opponent's top security card. Recover 1 from the deck. All turns, once per turn, when security stack are removed from, gain 3 memory. Ace Overflow minus 5, no inherited ability, which makes sense because it is a level 7. Pretty cool. Glad I got another copy of this guy. But yeah, that's the end of the video. As always, if you liked it, give it a good old thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you haven't, please do subscribe. I really do appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. The algorithm loves it. We upload videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And as always, until then, I will see you next time.